you made me. Remember? You dropped me into that bag of chemicals. That wasn't easy to get over. And don't think that I didn't try. Classic scene, come on!
Superman?
Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. Well, I need you more if you said Man of Steel. Okay, that's like I'm sorry.
Iron Man, right?
Close enough. Those lines are... That whole script is embedded in my brain, I apologize. Okay, but this is You Made Me. And this is the return of Lemongrab, unacceptable! He's back, and he was looking for people to rule over? Was that it? I got a little confused about that.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it was, is that he's all alone in his kingdom.
He has no minion, he has no people or anything, so he goes to Bubblegum's kingdom to... It looks like he's just watching him. He doesn't want to take him to his kingdom, so what was it? He was just watching him to feel like he had control over them?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
That's at least always what I got from it.
You know... we'll get to it in a second. We'll go through the rest of this. It starts off with this machine that they're using that I just realized doesn't really come back into anything. And then Lemongrab, he wants people in his kingdom, or he just wants control, like you said. So this... Was it the Puff Gang? Is that what it was?
See, you know, I can never fully understand it, and I never looked it up.
Pup or Puff or
yeah,
whatever.
I was never fully sure.
I love those kids. I hope they come back. They were really funny. What was again the big money?
Big cash money wad.
Yeah, I love the big cash money wad. It was great.
For their mothers, you know, just so they could get their love.
Show them love.
The delinquent mothers.
Even that has like much more development for a bully than like any Stephen King story I've read. He's used them like a million times. They've used them like what, twice in this show or a couple times, and it's like they're all developed.
Oh yeah.
But that's neither here nor there. They go and so they try to be just people for Lemongrab, and he puts them in a room that I'm not sure what it does. Does it just take out the disloyalty, or it just shocks them? Or
yeah,
it just shocks them?
Yeah,
okay.
It's a reconditioning. See, you bring up Stephen King, and it's really funny, because when I see that, I think of the short story Quitters, Inc.
Okay.
Or did you ever see Cat's Eye? The guy is trying to quit. Oh, he's put in a room like that, where he's electrically shocked on the floor.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that's what you bring up Stephen King, and I think of Quitters, Inc.
There you go. It all comes full circle. The circle of steals, though technically King didn't steal anything from this, but still. But maybe he will. Maybe. Stephen King's Adventure Time. Everything's in Maine.
I can accept that, because weird shit does happen in
Everyone's either a religious nut, an alcoholic, a writer, or a bully, and that's it. And everybody
so like
sleeps with
every
everybody.
suburb town.
Yeah.
Sounds like my town.
Okay, fair enough. But
Or Channel Awesome.
that too. I'm head whore. So they go to and he electric shocks them. So Finn, Jake, and Bubblegum, they all go to try to save them and talk some sense into them. And Finn and Jake get captured. They're put in the room, and then Bubblegum introduces him to a new Lemongrab, because that's the only person who would be satisfied to rule over is himself, Lemongrab. Oh. And they're just both happy, but okay, so and it's cute, it's fun, and I like Lemongrab surprisingly. I'm always like, am I gonna get annoyed with him in this episode? But something about the way this guy screams, they're all just distinct and just funny enough. They know just the right note to hit to not have it be annoying, to actually get a giggle, and for how long they scream too. So I'm surprised I actually like this guy as much as I do. But, okay, you have that machine in the opening. That goes nowhere. You have a Finn jumping in front of this sound sword. That goes nowhere.
Well...
And I'm just realizing, like, unless this stuff comes back, which maybe it will, but unless it comes back, I'm like, there's a lot of stuff that was introduced that just sort of stops.
Well, Finn jumping in front of the sword, I think, kind of goes one of two ways. Or both ways at the same time. He's heroic. He's not going to sit there and let someone, you know, get hit by the sword.
But what does it even do to him? I mean, it's like
a sound sword.
But they make this like huge slow-mo thing, like, and I thought something was going to happen to him, or he's going to have to live with it. I was like, it's just like reflected it off. Whatever.
But it's also showing that he still cares for PB.
That was the only other thing I could guess from it, which I'm sort of like, oh, just let that die, come on.
But, you know,
Go with Flame Princess, come on. It's like...
I do... Someone said on... Actually, quite a few people said in the comments section, and I agree completely, that it's not going to be that simple to just get over it. There will always be a special place for PB in Finn's heart, and I think that's partially what this was. He's still willing to take a bullet for her. He's not romantically into her, and he realizes that she isn't into him, but he's still willing to go that far for her.
I mean, I guess it's one of those things where it's like, from one standpoint, true. I mean, once you're with, or you have at least a fascination for someone that long, it's hard just to up and, you know, be like,
It's true.
with them. But I like you rub your cheeks, even though that makes no sense. But I guess from a writing standpoint, it's like, I'm just so done with it. I'm like, okay, we're done. Let's just go. You know, so rather than focus on that, focus more on, like, him and maybe Fire Princess or something like that. Or, you know, it's like, I don't know. Every time they bring that back, it's always like, hey, could be another episode focusing on this. I'm like, I don't want another episode focusing
But it wasn't focusing on it. It just
I know,
brought
it's
it
just,
up.
it's...
You
but-
focus on the strangest things.
No, but that usually means it's gonna come back. If it doesn't come back, it's like, why have it in there? You know, like, there could have been other ways to show, like, hey, I'm still, you know...
He's willing to take
kind
a bullet.
But we already can't do that.
But
He
this
thinks-
actually shows it.
Okay, I mean, I feel like we could have seen that any other episode, though, but, like, with any other person, but, I don't know.
Careful, you may be called the C word.
Nice. I may be called Candy. That's a C word. right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, good Doug.
I'm benign. So, and then I think the other thing, I forgot, did Peoples actually create Lemongrab? I forgot the actual backstory.
You made me!
No, I remember that, but what, did she, it's like if something happened to her, he was supposed to keep order, was that it?
Yeah.
Okay, alright. Why does he have his own kingdom then?
You'll find that out a little bit.
Okay, alright, so they go into
Well,
that.
you
okay.
also, they've already stated clearly that, you know, Lemongrab does not get along with anyone.
Yeah.
He's a terrible, I shouldn't say he's a terrible person. And no, I'm not blaming PB, don't yell at me. But, I mean, he was created imperfect, if you will. So he has issue. Like, one of my favorite scenes is him with the baby, which doesn't sound like a baby.
Yeah,
looking-
no, that's my favorite. I love what Peoples is with her. She's going, which I didn't know if it was a baby. I thought it was just a guy, and this is just how you treat candy in this
Well, he
kingdom
does say
or
that,
whatever.
he does say they're very special.
Maybe, I don't know. No, honestly, I just sort of assume this is just because everybody in that land is always happy and smiling and dancing and stuff. So it's like, that could just be an adult man, and that's just how they all act in that town. Which I think would be just funnier, honestly. It just looks like that's how they would act in that town anyway.
But I loved Lemongrab's response. In my oven!
Yeah, I want to put you in my oven!
I mean, the reason why I think Lemongrab doesn't get annoying like some other characters that scream, he's always saying something. He's not just going, ah! He's actually forming sentences. Like
Yeah,
he goes,
you made me! You know,
are you crazy? Like he's always saying something, and you're trying, at least me, I'm trying to follow what the hell he's saying.
it does make the, yeah, I think that is part of it, is when you're saying something and you scream in such a strange way, the delivery you're used to is altered, and in what way is it going to be altered, and in
Yeah.
what, like, if you're to say, how are you, but instead you said, how are you? It's like, it's just strange, and it's weird, and it might get a giggle because you're so not used to it. So yeah, I think if you do that constantly in how he talks, yeah, it's surprisingly pretty funny.
Plus, he's a bizarre character to begin with.
Yeah.
Like, just, remember him at the window, where he's sitting there and he's slowly sliding underneath, and he just stops, doesn't take his head out when he's talking. Then he's like, here, behind the window, still talking, and then he just falls out.
Yeah, he falls backwards. I still talk. It's like, why even go out the window that way, like backwards, and just let yourself fall? Yeah, this episode had a lot of funny little random things like that. Just little, like, I love, and they were quick too, which I like. I like when Finn and Jake are gonna go, and Jake just gets like all these spikes, and his tail is an axe. He's like, okay, let's go open up a can and everything. And she's like, no, we'll do it peacefully. And then he just kind of turns into a flower. Okay. And then she just jumps in his mouth and then he morphs her out his back. And it's like weird little things like that are really fun. And I think they make the episode stand out a little bit more than just like, I don't want to say just a character developing episode, because those are good episodes, but it makes it funnier. It makes me want to go back and watch it again because I just like the kinetic energy to it. So, yeah, I liked it. How about you?
Oh, of course, it's Lemongrab. Lemongrab's one of those characters that, yes, I probably should hate, considering some of the characters I do dislike, but for some reason he's so bizarre and alien and strange. Like, he's the strange one of all of the characters. Among all of the characters in this show, he's like the most bizarre and strange, and he just does the oddest things.
Choose Goose was pretty fun. Oh, I see where Choose Goose. I really, it was Choose Goose. I always forget if it's Choose Goose or Juice Goose. Because he has a thing of juice. Juice. Oh! He did that. Except his neck was like, oh! Oh! Imagine if he was there instead of the knight from The Last Crusade. You must choose, but choose wisely. Oh!
Would make the movie at least tolerable.
Wash your mouth. You didn't like Last Crusade?
I need a mirror to watch my mouth.
What?
You said wash my mouth.
Wash your mouth.
Oh, wash my mouth.
Why would you want to watch your mouth?
You said it.
Yeah, I said wash it. But anything else to say about this?
Thinking about PB's hairstyle. That was
Oh
weird.
yeah, I totally forgot about that. That just cracked me up.
That was bizarre.
You know, I remember really early on, I was sort of saying, like, the first time I think they gave her a different outfit, I'm like, so does she only have 2 outfits and that's it? And it's almost like, I think I'm saying this stuff the same time that, like, when the fans saw it, they said the same thing too, because it's like, suddenly they're giving her all these outfits, and it's like, some are practical and some are just strange, and some are like, what the hell? And I think that one just made me laugh the hardest, just the weird, I don't know what it's called, but the...
Braids?
Yes. But, like, in the way around the braid crown. Crown of braids. It was funny. I liked it.
I'm out.
Come on, don't you want to talk more about browds of variety? What's the word? You know the term. We have the braids and the crown.
No, I don't. I speak for all women when I say I don't know.
That's right, I forgot. You always speak for all women. Every single time we have you in here, it's like, represent women! Always! So, women, you don't have a name for it.
Nope. All
Sorry.
women don't know what it's called.
All women.
All women.
Your queen has spoken! Very well.